freaking drive threw me into one. Where's he going?
So yeah, Denny was pushing you in the corner, but the one that sent both of you up the track, Larson ping-ponged into him.
I ain't buying any of that.
NASCAR fans, the Ally 400 race at Nashville Superspeedway was an absolute barn burner. 5 overtimes, endless drama, and Joey Logano snagging his first win of the season. Can you believe it? This race was pure madness. It was a race like no other, with record-breaking 5 overtimes and a fuel mileage gamble that left everyone on the edge of their seats. Ever wonder how these drivers manage their nerves in such high-stakes moments? And what about those epic battles between the leaders? Did you see that insane fuel gamble by Logano? And how about Zane Smith nearly pulling off the upset? Drivers like Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Busch missed to snatch that victory. We're breaking it all down, and we've got all the deets right here. So, let's jump right into the chaos that was the Ally 400. The green flag dropped, and Denny Hamlin took off from pole position like a bat out of hell, leading the first 17 laps. But the race was far from a Sunday drive. Just 136 laps in, we had a red flag for rain and lightning, halting the action for a solid hour and 21 minutes. Talk about a weather roller coaster. Then came Christopher Bell, slipping past Hamlin after he got stuck behind some lapped traffic. Bell dominated, leading a race-high 131 laps. The dude was on fire, sweeping both Stage 1 and Stage 2 like he owned the track. But, oh man, how the mighty fell. With 73 laps to go, Bell entered Turn 1 a bit too hot, lost control, and bam! His Toyota slammed into the barrier, ending his day prematurely. Heartbreak for Bell and the Joe Gibbs racing team. The race was littered with cautions, 15 in total, keeping the pit crews on their toes and the fans on the edge of their seats. From Chase Elliott's spin on lap 218 to Austin Cindric's late race spin that triggered the first overtime, it was a caution fest out there. Despite the uncertainty of his fuel capacity, Logano was able to complete the race, crediting his team and Roush Yates' engines for their efficiency. Crew chief Paul Wolf's decision to keep Logano on the track instead of pitting proved crucial, even though Logano's Mustang eventually ran out of fuel.
All right, we did it. There's the guitar in Nashville. We won it. So close, obviously. Running out of gas. I actually did run out of gas into 3 and was able to spit and sputter across the line. So huge thank you to Roush Yates Engines with the mileage, Nick Hensley, our gas man, Paul Wolf having the cojones to make it happen. Much needed victory onto the playoffs.
The race also saw significant action among other drivers. Denny Hamlin and Ross Chastain were leading in the scheduled final laps, but a spin-out by Austin Cindric brought out the first of the overtimes. Love NASCAR as much as we do? Hit that subscribe button and join our community of NASCAR enthusiasts for the latest racing news, rumors, and updates. Multiple accidents in subsequent overtimes eliminated several top contenders, including Chastain and Hamlin, who had to pit for fuel. Zane Smith's second-place finish was a career best for the former NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion, while Logano's teammate and reigning series champion Ryan Blaney finished 6th. Other notable finishes included Bubba Wallace in 7th and Kyle Larson in 8th, maintaining his lead in the NASCAR Cup Series championship standings. Kyle Larson discussed the incident involving him that led to Kyle Busch's early exit during the 3rd overtime restart. Larson, whose car ran out of fuel at the 3rd restart, mentioned that he received no warning from his fuel pressure alarm or any other indicator on his dashboard. Kyle Busch, starting further back at 27th, moved up slightly to 26th by the end of Stage 1 and 24th in Stage 2. However, he was making considerable headway in the final laps, running 4th when Kyle Larson's Chevy ran dry. The incident caused a bottleneck, and Busch, caught right behind Larson, ended up spinning out at the start-finish line.
2 to go from Nashville. The 5 doesn't go. They bottle up behind him. Big wreck for the 8. Caution comes out again.
That's what we talked about earlier. If you run out of fuel in front of this pack, it's going to get ugly.
He expressed regret, especially since Busch, needing points, couldn't finish the race because of him.
In the next one, we ran out of fuel and caused that wreck. So, yeah, I hate that for Kyle. I had no warning. Well, obviously, we knew we were really close on fuel. It was going to be a stretch to make it, but I had no low fuel pressure alarm or anything on my dash. So it was a bit surprising to me. When I went to the throttle, it just never went. Couldn't really get out of the way either because we were still to the wall. Like, I hadn't gotten to the dog leg yet to get out of the way. Really, really bummed for him.
As the rain delayed the race, fans witnessed yet another on-track tussle between HMS driver Kyle Larson and JGR speedster Denny Hamlin. The duo exchanged blows at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, coming off of turn 4.
He definitely wants to change history when maybe not so happy between Denny Hamlin and Kyle Larson.
That's right, they're radioing to his driver to calm down, but Denny said I was going to get him. Didn't like something about the way that Kyle Larson raced him.
After the race, Hamlin suggested that Larson was paying him back for their run-in at New Hampshire last week.
It was an eye for an eye, right? I ran him up the track a little bit last week, and he ran me up the track this week, and it was all good. And I think, obviously, he got into us and it knocked us into the 22. It's all fun.
Yeah, he was just upset with the way I was racing him at the end of the second stage, but it's racing. Comes and goes. I feel like, we race well together at times, and there's times where I feel like he races me, not the fairest, and I'm sure he feels the same way.
Indeed, the chaotic nature of the race and the multiple overtimes kept fans on the edge of their seats. Now, let's talk overtime. 5 of them. You heard that right. 5 nail-biting, heart-stopping overtimes. Each restart brought its own drama. The first saw Ross Chastain and Denny Hamlin duking it out until Chastain got clipped by Kyle Larson, causing a multi-car wreck.
A big push by the 5, and up the racetrack he catches the 1. Chastain into the wall. Big contact, caution comes out again. At a green-white checkered, as we see Austin Dillon shoving the 43 of Eric Jones. Chastain, the window net down.
And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, it did. Enter Joey Logano, driving the number 22 Ford Mustang for Team Penske. The guy hadn't pitted since lap 220, gambling on his fuel lasting through all the overtimes. Talk about nerves of steel. His crew chief Paul Wolfe decided to keep him out on the track, a risky move that paid off big time. Logano finally took the checkered flag after an insane 331 laps, just 0.068 seconds ahead of Spire Motorsports rookie Zane Smith. It was Logano's first win of the season, and Ford's first victory at Nashville Superspeedway. That win secured Logano a spot in the 2024 playoffs, giving his team a much-needed breath of relief.
Joey Logano, welcome to the playoffs!
But I know when the 3, my fuel light came on and it stumbled across the line, so that was definitely all of it. But so proud of the Shell Pennzoil Mustang team. It's been a stressful few weeks trying to get into the playoffs, and being able to win here is huge for our season, so felt great to get that.
And how about rookie, Zane Smith? The kid drove like a seasoned pro, finishing second in the best Cup Series showing of his career. Smith was bummed to miss out on the win, but was pumped about his team's performance and strategy. A huge confidence booster for Spire Motorsports. Behind Logano and Smith, we had Tyler Reddick taking 3rd, Ryan Preece in 4th, Chris Buescher rounding out the top 5. But let's not forget the sheer number of incidents and lead changes. 9 different leaders and 20 lead changes made this race one for the history books. It seemed like every restart brought a new twist, from Hamlin's lead to Chastain's challenges, and eventually Logano's triumph. Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. of Joe Gibbs Racing had their own roller coaster rides. Hamlin was poised to win, but had to pit for fuel, ending up 12th. Truex, also in contention, got caught in a spin during the final overtime, finishing 24th. Not the ending they hoped for, but that's racing. So, there you have it, folks. The Ally 400 at Nashville Superspeedway was a race for the ages. 5 overtimes, fuel gambles, and a whole lot of drama. Joey Logano's epic win and the incredible performances by Zane Smith and others made this race unforgettable. What are your thoughts on the Ally 400 race? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's get this discussion rolling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more interesting stories and updates from everything NASCAR. Do share this video with your friends. Until next time, keep the conversation going on Lucky Doggone Track.